In an unprecedented turn of events, the Palestinian militant group Hamas launched a brutal and devastating gun attack on Israel on the 7th of October. This marked a grim day in history, with the death toll rising to over 1,400 individuals and an untold number of hostages taken. The initial point of the gun attack was the Tribe of Nova Music Festival, a massive desert gathering that was expected to host over 40,000 attendees. This was more than just a festival. It was a vibrant celebration of music and culture. Sadly, this pulsating scene of celebration was horrifically transformed into a gruesome battleground. Hamas militants stormed the festival, their gunfire eerily blending with the thumping beats of the music, resulting in at least 260 fatalities. A chilling scene of chaos and fear unfolded, with festival attendees desperately seeking shelter amidst the onslaught. The festival's private security forces caught off guard, but they responded swiftly, doing their best to protect the attendees, even as they themselves came under heavy fire. But their efforts, while commendable, proved woefully insufficient in the face of such a ruthless gun attack. However, the music festival marked only the start. Hamas proceeded with its unyielding assaults into southern Israel, employing an array of basic yet effective drones as a tactical component in their warfare. These drones, known as Al-Fajr, were comparatively unsophisticated but incredibly potent. Guided by a GPS system, these unmanned aerial vehicles were capable of carrying a payload of 10 kilograms and could travel up to 100 kilometers on a single mission. Despite their rudimentary design, the Al-Fajr drones packed a punch. Their primary objective was the demolition of communication towers, border posts, and other vital targets. Their precise targeting system, coupled with their ability to operate under the radar of many defense systems, was indeed a cause for alarm. The damage caused was substantial, crippling communication lines, reducing border posts to rubble, and successfully hitting several critical military targets. The ensuing chaos and panic not only rattled the region, but also provided the perfect smokescreen for Hamas ground forces to advance without detection. Following this unforeseen and fatal assault, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu did not hesitate to proclaim a state of war on Hamas, a declaration that sent shockwaves through the political spectrum. The broad public reaction to this announcement varied. While some Israelis applauded the decision as a necessary choice to protect their homeland, others expressed concerns about the potential for escalating violence and an unending of conflict. Despite the mixed reactions, the Israeli government was unified in its immediate response. The Israeli military responded with swift and decisive force, launching airstrikes targeted at Hamas's key facilities. Conjointly, they began the large-scale mobilization of troops, amassing a staggering tens of thousands of soldiers along the borders with Gaza. The objective of Israel's actions was unambiguous. Hamas, a group they perceive as a persistent threat to their nation's security, and to rescue the hostages. The military was prepared to go to great lengths to achieve this objective, even if it meant entering into a protracted state of war. As the conflict reaches critical levels, the United States has made a decisive move to provide substantial aid and support to Israel. In response to the mounting death toll and injuries climbing into the thousands, the US has made a generous commitment to Israel's defense. The kind of support that is being provided is vast and complex, ranging from high-grade to strategic military assets. The US is dispatching an extensive variety of munitions, including precision-guided missiles, long-range artillery shells, and armor-piercing bullets. These are designed to bolster Israel's defense capabilities. Further showcasing its commitment, the US is also redirecting high-tech military hardware, such as advanced fighter jets and heavily armored aircraft carriers, to the region. Among the frontline assets being deployed is the USS Gerald R. Ford. This nuclear-powered aircraft carrier is the lead ship of her class and a titan of American sea power. Accompanying the USS Gerald R. Ford are other and destroyers, forming a formidable naval strike group. The strategic importance of these military assets cannot be understated. Their presence not only enhances Israel's defensive and offensive capabilities, but also serves as a powerful deterrent to potential aggressors. The deployment of these assets signals a clear message of US commitment to Israel's security, significantly influencing the geopolitical dynamics of the region. In the midst of the chaos and confusion, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is escalating, now teetering on the brink of disaster. The United Nations has issued a dire warning, alerting the global community to the potentially devastating consequences that are more imminent with each passing day. The local health authorities in Gaza have been left with their hands tied, declaring an evacuation to be impossible due to the severity of the situation. The siege of Gaza has led to a worrying depletion of essential resources. Electricity, a lifeline in any modern society, is in alarmingly short supply, as is fuel. The basic human needs for food and water are being tested to their limits, with supplies dwindling rapidly. To compound the situation, the healthcare system is facing an unprecedented strain. Hospitals are overwhelmed, medical are running low, and health workers are stretched thin, trying to attend to the increasing number of patients amidst the crisis. On an international level, the response has been mixed. Some nations have voiced their concerns publicly, condemning the dire conditions and calling for immediate action. Meanwhile, several international aid agencies have been diligently working around the clock. They are trying to mitigate the crisis by providing much-needed supplies and support. From food distribution to medical assistance, these organizations are making every effort to alleviate the harsh realities faced by the people of Gaza. Efforts are also underway to collaborate with local entities and mobilize more resources to address the urgent needs. However, it's a race against the clock, and the urgency to mobilize a robust international response to effectively address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza cannot be. As the world watches, the question remains: how many more cries for help will be needed before substantial aid is given the green light? To recap, the events that unfolded on October 7th marked an unprecedented surge in the hostilities between Hamas and Israel. The conflict ignited with a heart-wrenching massacre at a bustling music festival. This was followed by a systematic series of drone strikes, which wreaked havoc targeting both military and civilian infrastructures, instigating a spiral of ground invasions. Israel, in its bid to protect its sovereignty, retaliated fiercely with a barrage of airstrikes, escalating the situation to a full-blown declaration of war. The US, an ally of Israel, intervened promptly, affirming its position by providing substantial military support. The repercussions of this conflict, however, are not confined to these two warring entities. The ripple effect has stirred the geopolitical landscape, potential implications for various international relations. This has the potential to alter alliances, inviting either support or condemnation from other countries, and may even instigate the formation of new power blocs in world politics. This conflict has also severely exacerbated the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, with the lives of ordinary people in the balance. The dire situation is marked by dwindling essential supplies, a surge in casualties, and widespread displacement. The upcoming days could prove to be pivotal in defining the trajectory of this conflict, and will undeniably have a profound impact on those caught in the thick of it. The possible outcomes range from a ceasefire agreement, which may bring temporary relief, to an escalation leading to an all-out war. The latter would have far-reaching consequences, not only prolonging the suffering of the innocents, but also potentially redrawing the geopolitical map. Scene script. Voiceover. As the conflict intensifies, the role of Iran, Hezbollah, and neighboring countries cannot be overlooked. Their stance and potential involvement could very well tip the scales in this volatile situation. Firstly, let's talk about Iran. Reports suggest that Iran has been providing financial and military support to Hamas, a factor that could escalate the conflict further. If these allegations are accurate, it might not only strengthen the military capabilities of Hamas, but also embolden the group to continue its aggressive actions. Moving on to Hezbollah, the Lebanese political and military organization has had a history of conflict with Israel. While they've remained relatively quiet so far, there's no telling if they'll decide to intervene at some point. Their involvement could potentially escalate the situation, given their considerable military prowess and their strategic location. Now, let's turn our attention to the neighboring countries. Egypt, Jordan, and Lebanon among others, have been relatively silent on the issue. These countries, despite having peace treaties with Israel, could face internal pressure to support the Palestinian cause. It's a delicate balance they have to maintain, as taking sides could potentially destabilize their own political landscapes. In conclusion, the involvement of these external actors adds another layer of complexity to the already volatile situation. Their actions, or lack thereof, could significantly impact the direction and intensity of the conflict, potentially shaping its outcome in the days to come.